today?
Well, it's a rally of military vehicles. It's very, very good. There's all kinds of jeeps here, British, American, Russian. There's combat vehicles from World War II and Korea. It's a modest gathering, but a very good one.
Yep. Okay. What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
My particular area of interest is jeeps, because I've owned a lot of them in a long lifetime, and I think they're terrific vehicles.
Okay. What would you like to tell us about your badges and things?
Well, this is an association that we belong to, a guild of collectors, and we're exhibiting items here today, both for sale and just for exhibit, both. So to enlighten people about military history, which Australia has a great place in military history, and the Allies too, so it's very interesting for everybody.
Yep, okay. What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
World War I and World War II military stuff.
Yep, okay. What would you like to tell us about, about your attire?
Oh, it's a German World War II officer's uniform.
Yep.
Very hot to wear today, but thought somebody had to dress up as the bad guy today, so so yeah, that's why I'm in it. And it fits me. All my uniforms don't fit me, so.
Thanks. See you.
No worries.
Well, apart from the fantastic rally that's held every year, it's a case of being able to showcase to the public the World War I side of things with the French Bicycle Corps, little known Australian Bicycle Corps, and of course German Medic.
Yep. What is your particular area of interest at this rally today?
Well, as I said, World War I, and representing the German side. Very few, you see lots of other Germans, but very few see the World War I Germans.
Yep.
So, yep.
Would you like to tell us a bit about your uniform?
Yep. What you're actually looking at is about a 1917 version of the frontline medic. As you can see, the top half is the standard uniform, but it was quite common to wear corduroy pants and gaiters in the frontline trenches.
Okay.
To try and save your good pants.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome. Have a great day, guys.
Looking good today.
That's what I thought. Requisition.
The German Jeep.
Requisition. From captured American lines. MG-42. Ready to lay down suppressive fire.
Hi, my name is Ref. This is Ray, and we are making a video for the Dookie Military Vehicle Rally YouTube channel.
Yep.
Would you be so kind to tell us, answer a few questions?
Yes, no worries.
What brings you here today?
Well, I belong to the Military History Group Club.
Yep.
And I come from up at Chiltern, so this is quite handy to come to.
Yep.
We're sort of in the middle a bit from Melbourne.
Yep. What is your particular area of interest at this rally today?
Well, basically I represent the German forces.
Yep.
And the Jeep there is a American Jeep.
Yep.
And the latter part of the war, the Germans, when they overrun American units, they captured whatever they could with wheels.
Yep.
To supplement their own equipment.
Okay.
And they've taken over the Jeep. It's still got an American 50 cal heavy machine gun, and the smaller machine gun on a pintle mount on the passenger side is a German MG-42.
Yep.
Capable of firing 1,200 rounds a minute.
Okay.
One of the highest cyclic rates of machine gun that's ever been produced, and it still is.
Okay.
Still used today.
Okay. Would you like to tell us a bit about your uniform?
Well, this particular uniform represents the 2nd Gebergs Division, which was a mountain troops, Special Forces mountain troops attached to German infantry, and they mainly fought in the Caucasus Mountains to try and capture the Baku oil fields.
We're making a video
in the
for
mountains.
the Dookie Military Vehicle Rally YouTube channel.
Yes.
Would you be kind to answer a few questions?
No worries, mate.
What brings you here today?
I'm a member of the Victorian Military History Group.
Yep.
Yeah, so come along. Yeah, join in.
What is your particular area of interest at this rally today?
Oh, just the vehicles and just wearing a uniform, getting involved.
Yep.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us anything about your uniform?
This is a current US military uniform.
Is that a walkie-talkie at the back or something?
Yeah, two-way radio.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, a
Nice.
two-way radio, M16, 9mm, got my Dixie cup, my field glasses,
Yeah. Okay.
all the kit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hello,
Yeah,
Ray and
thanks. We're
No
making a
worries,
video for the Dookie Military Vehicle Rally YouTube channel.
Good on you, Ref. Well done.
Would you like be kind to answer a few questions for us?
Go for it, Ref.
All right. What brings you here today?
Help Sol out. I'm with the Northern Victorian Arms Collectors Guild.
Yep.
And we like to come along and give Sol a hand.
Yep. Okay. What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
My particular area of interest is pre-1900. If I'm shooting on the range, I like to shoot muzzle-loading cannon.
Yeah. Okay. Would you like to tell us a bit about your uniform?
My uniform is the Victorian Volunteer Artillery Regiment. You saw the tunic earlier.
Yep.
And 1875-85, that's my period. And as I said, artillery.
Okay. Artillery.
G'day,
Thank
how
you.
you going? Well, good.
Yep. Good.
Shoot up and bonza.
Hmm?
Shoot up and bonza, as they'd say.
Yeah. What is your particular area of interest at this rally today?
Believe it or not, I'm into knowledge. I have a library at home on military books, history and geography.
Okay.
I've even taught history and geography, commodities, TAFE level.
Okay.
I didn't like it,
No.
but now I work as a building inspector, believe it or not.
All right. Would you like to tell us a bit about your gear you got here?
That's just stuff that's been collected over the years. This here is a Russian officer's hat, believe it or not. I'm not a Russian. This was after the Reformation, so that's a democratic hat.
Okay.
And this one here, I had a Czech girlfriend about 6 years ago. She said, well, if you got one of them, you could get a Czech one. I'll pay for it. I said, no. So I got that one. I just kept it. It's a reminder of... And this one here, this is Austrian. They're both Austrian. It's different. They're Sergeant Major's pips, in other words, warranters officers' pips. Not pips, but stripes. So you've got to earn them.
Yep.
These belong to RSM or CSM or something like that. And let's see what else. I won't go into detail on too many, I'll bore you. What else have I got? Those hats there, the Canadian, they're hard to get. But no, they've got a zip in the front here, where they used to keep their keys and money up here, so no one would get it because quite often workmen find a hard place to put their money and keys. But up there was always safe.
The Russian hats are normally warm to keep them warm in the snow, isn't it?
Not those. No, that's officers' hats. Right, that's parade hat.
These,
So
I
it's a
mean
check one.
these hats. Why
No,
are they,
these hats are Canadian.
Okay. Oh yeah.
It keeps them warm when they're driving tractors, and even the military sometimes use them. They're not exactly work hats, but they're to keep your head warm. Some of the Canadians just use them anyhow.
Yeah.
And this one here, is a New South Wales police jacket.
Okay.
And I've worked for the Victorian Police and the New South Wales Police on one case.
Okay.
Ivan Malak. And so did my partner, but he's dead. Unfortunately, someone got him. And this here, these are just Australian QG, good quality. Army work outfit. This here is a French airbed. This one?
Yep.
It's a Lilo made in France.
Nice.
And this here is a, forget its origin. It'll be in there somewhere. Right one, here we are. No, I could find it later on, but it is basically, these coats, the trench coats, are made overseas for their weather. We don't wear trench coats, it's not cold enough. They wear them in Great Britain, and that's probably Great Britain. One of our allies, that one.
Okay.
I have two of those. That one there is that was a NATO coat. And that's when you wear that, that's when we had control of these buggers. After 1952 and the Berlin Wall fell. And you see these assortment, I pick up these assortment coats. There was a hand grenade one, smoke grenade. It's different ones. That was demolition coats. And the other one takes 2,000 rounds, 1,000 rounds of, what's that one on that? But they've got 2,000 rounds of cartridges, probably 303, something like that. And this here is a hoochie. I have one, it's just not up. This is a hoochie. See, here's in the arms these days. Just go like that with the string through the middle, pegged on up the sides. They're up in 5 minutes. And usually get one bloke, sometimes I put two in. You get one bloke in it and all his gear. And he's saving the weather. And it's raining, they'll pack up. Pull the ropes and the pegs out, take the cord out, wrap it round, off they go.
Okay, thanks for...
Oh, I have a number of flags there, but you don't want to go into that.
No, yeah, I think we're done here.
I think, yeah, I've said too much.
Yeah, alright, see ya.
Ask me, in future, ask me specific questions.
Okay, what brings you here today?
Answers.
So I came here to show my binoculars, and yeah, these guys are about 50 years old, I don't know. Well, I know that these guys came to me from my great-grandfather, and yeah, he lived in Moscow, and yeah.
What is your particular area of interest at this rally today?
I really like the military type of vehicles and weaponry. I'm very interested in some weaponry, and I'm really excited for this day.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about your hat?
Well, this is just an Australian type of classic hat. I bought it in Melbourne, yeah.
Okay.
Very interesting to be here from Russia as well. I'm Russian actually. Yeah, it's actually a nice
Hello,
place.
my name is Raph.
Compared to Russia.
This is Ray.
Yeah, thanks.
And,
Ray, how you going?
We're making a video for the Dookie Military Vehicle Rally YouTube channel.
Wonderful.
Would you be kind to answer 3 questions for us?
Depending on whether they're difficult or not to answer. Fire away.
What brings you here today?
Okay, so I've heard about Dookie Military Weekend for a number of years now.
Yep.
Fortunately, in previous years I wasn't able to attend due to other circumstances, but this year, winner, winner, chicken dinner, here I am.
What is your particular area of interest at this rally today?
I guess it would be World War I.
Okay.
Australian AIF.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about your uniform and some of your stuff?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so I'm here representing the first AIF cycling corps, all right?
Yep.
That's my bicycle over there, which is
Yep.
a representative of a 1915 rally,
Yep.
World War I bicycle.
Yep.
Australians were actually utilised during the First World War as cyclists.
Yep.
And deployed on the Western Front.
Okay.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
Wow, no worries at all.
What about your uniform?
Yeah, uniform is basic standard issue AIF uniform. The cyclists wore a variety of sort of like different bits and pieces depending on where they were and what they could acquire.
Yep.
Some wore leggings. Okay, so leggings wasn't necessarily only issued to light horse. Okay.
What do most of those carry? Those,
Okay, these carry my ammunition, which is 303 for the short magazine Lee Enfield.
Yep.
And this particular webbing is called the 1915 Emergency Pattern 08, because during the war there was a shortage of Pattern 08 webbing, and they couldn't keep up with supply and demand, so they went into making what they call the emergency. Hang on, I haven't finished answering you yet. All right, God. Okay, so So yeah, so in 1915 they went into manufacturing of the leather.
How useful would have the boots been in the war?
Well, Australians wore brown boots, British wore black boots, New Zealanders wore black boots. But once they got into theatre, if they needed a pair of boots and they happened to be black, they used black boots. So these boots are quite comfortable. They're reproduction, they're not originals. I'd love to have a pair of originals, but unfortunately I don't. But these particular ones are quite comfortable.
Okay.
Hi guys.
Thanks.
Sol here.
See ya.
Site coordinator. It's been a bit of a day, and when you look around, you'll see a lot of Land Rovers. See some Germans, plenty of Parentis, some Germans and Frenchmen, and my Land Rovers and all the other ones, just lacking in a few hundred Jeeps. They all got blown up during the war, of course. Have you seen the smallest tent on Earth? And the big tents? And the sausage sizzle? The ferret? If you just look over my shoulder, there's an armoured vehicle or two. A Bren gun carrier, I reckon it is, and fantastic it is. They've come from far and wide. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you next year. My latest purchase.
Okay. So, hello, my name's Kirill, and today I'm going to be doing the news about the military Dookie show. What would you like to tell about you?
Oh, well, my name is Ron. I'm with a French World War I cyclist battalion, here displaying our cyclists' gear from the early period of the war. This uniform is the early World War I French uniform, obviously French colours, and I'm assisted with my Australian AIF cyclist, and we have World War I German display of medical equipment.
What brings you here today?
Oh, the show was great to come and see all of the various equipment and be involved with some of the other showgoers.
What is your particular area of interest at the what is your particular area of interest in this show?
Mainly World War I cycling, and with a particular emphasis on the French aspect, which was quite large in the beginning of the war.
So you're interested in cycling of World War I?
Cycling in World War I, yeah, and general World War I equipment.
Would you like to tell us a bit more about your thing?
Uniform.
Or uniform or weapon?
Yeah, this uniform is basically World War I French uniform that carries over from an earlier period, from about 1870s, and this uniform will change from the beginning of the war. In about 6 months they will change to another lighter colour uniform, and most of the dark colours will disappear, and a lot of the brass work, which is a giveaway for being a target, will disappear as well. So more camouflaged colours come in after this period.
Very interesting to know. Thank you very much. It was very nice to meet you today.
Nice to meet you
and
too.
Good luck in your war.
Thank you very much.
What brings you here today?
We're working with a military vehicle group. We're from the Sporting Shooters Military Rifle Club. We do normally do Anzac Day services, dawn service, midday service as part of the service itself. This time we're just doing a demonstration volley fire of different types of firearms, with the very early ones upwards. So Ian will give you a rough idea on way to go. The gentleman on the end has...
Starting from the far end, we have a Martini Enfield rifle, which was made in the 1870s and converted to .303 for the Victorian government in 1899. So we have a Swedish Mauser, which were made during World War II but weren't used by any of the combatant nations. Then we have a little jungle carbine, which were made in World War II as a light rifle for use in the jungle. And a short carbine for cavalry. And this one here is a Lee Enfield made for in 1902, which was used in wars like the Boer War over 100 years ago.
What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
Well, we're also members of the Northern Victorian Arms Collectors Guild. We've set up a marquee to show the public what we do, what we collect. we're not all about military, we're about a lot of collectibles, antiques and stuff like that. So yeah, we carry a pretty broad spectrum of all collecting, so it's an interest to a lot of people. Yeah.
Very nice to talk to you.
Thanks, mate. Good on you.
What brings you here today?
We just came to check out all the army equipment and stuff from World War I and World War II, and so far it's been very good. I think we've only travelled half of this. There's some more over there.
What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
Mine is probably either the tanks or looking at the guns.
What about you, young woman?
Mine is probably the tents and probably looking at the uniforms.
Yeah, the uniforms and the weapons are most interesting. Well, except for the tanks.
Yeah, the tanks are the best.
Yeah, the tanks are actually really powerful, and all I have to say about the tanks, I love them a lot. It's one of my favorite vehicles about war, and my favorite tank ever is probably the T-34-85. Yeah.
What about AK-47?
Yeah, the AK-47 is good as well, but it's a gun.
Oh, yeah.
Nice to meet you as well.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, my friend is just gonna say a couple of words.
So what brings you here today?
I've come to see the military display.
What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
The Land Rovers and the armoured vehicles.
Would you like to tell us a bit about your uniform or weaponry or...
Uniform? My uniform is basically an armoured trooper, tank trooper from the 80s. The barrier of that, so yes, it's basically my outfit.
I can imagine that. Very nice to wear one today.
Yep.
A bit windy, but still pretty hot.
Yes, yes it is, but it's a good day.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good to meet you too.
No worries, thank you.
What brings you here today?
Come and meet a lot of old friends from all around Victoria, and some from New South Wales.
What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
The rally today, for me, I've already picked up an old radio to suit my vehicle, which has been very handy.
Would you like to tell us a bit about your uniform?
Yes, it was current till about 5 years ago. I wore a different uniform myself when I was in the service in 1950, 55. It's changed a little bit to then, and now it's changed again.
It's good to meet you today.
Thank you very much for you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
So, what brings you here today?
I brought a vehicle here to the gathering. We collect them and restore a few. That's why we're here.
What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
Just mechanical stuff.
Would you like to tell a bit about your favorite vehicle?
All of them.
Would you like to tell about one of them?
Yes, our old ACO truck down here. Yep, I like it.
Looks very nice, actually. Very happy to see you today at the rally.
This particular area we're in today is the Northern Victorian Arms Collectors Guild display. We're showing various types of stuff we collect. In my case, I collect model tanks and other aircraft and stuff like that, build them myself.
I can see that one of them is a Sherman.
The Sherman, yeah, there's all sorts there. This is a track off a Leopard tank. If you want to try and lift that up, I'll give you a free drink. And that's a shell casing off.
I don't need a beer, but I really need some cola.
I'll give you some cola. What?
Oh, no.
Anyway, that's the shell casing off a Leopard tank.
I can imagine this being weighed, I can already imagine this would weigh about a ton or something.
The tank?
Yeah, well, more than a ton.
Oh yeah, well these individual ones, they're pretty heavy. You flat out lifting them. This is all part of the track itself. I can imagine how strong and heavy the track would be.
I feel a bit sad for the leopard. Got shot by the Russians someday in World War II. What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
Well, displaying my tank collection, the model tanks. Also I'm involved in the volley fire, as you were talking to before about it. And just promoting the Military Rifle Club and the Northern Victorian Arms Collectors Guild and what we do.
Would you like to tell us a bit about your weapons over here?
Well, they're only really kids' toys, but in actual fact they are a replica of firearms that were used during the Vietnam War.
M16?
M16, that's right. And the one with the grenade launcher, where they fired these sort of things out of the bottom barrel.
Can that fit into the...
No, they're not actually scale models, but that just gives you an idea what they would look like if they were fired. Yeah.
So this is display only?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. They're only replays, they won't work obviously, so yeah.
I think I should give it a try at lifting up the weird track.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you hold this on? Can you hold on to this, please? Gee, this is gonna be a tough nut. Big tough nut. A bit of an easy piece of paper.
Just an interest in the military display, and I've got a World War II Jeep here, broken down in parts for people to see.
What is your particular area of interest at the rally today?
Just wearing this uniform. It's an American Pacific Theatre uniform from the 41st Infantry Division.
Would you like to tell us a bit about your uniform and what it contains, like accessories like grenades and knife and combat pistols?
Yep. Yeah, sure. I've got the classic pineapple grenade. It was used in World War II, fragmentation grenade. 45 caliber handgun pouch with facsimile handgun. That's the 45 caliber automatic.
Is it able to shoot?
No, that's just a plastic replica. This is an original medical pouch goes on, and the original unopened medical box that had that sulphur and stuff in it. You see them using all the time in the movies.
Would you like to tell us what your combat knife was used for?
This one?
Yeah.
This is for the M1 Garand rifle, the big rifle, and it just locks, has a locking mechanism so it can't fall out. This is a reproduction.
Still sharp?
Yep, I've sharpened it up. But these, when they went into the Second World War, the First World War ones were quite long, and so they took them all back and made them shorter. So you've either got these ones here or the ones that have been shortened. You notice the shortened ones, this frog here goes further into the thing.
Was it used as a bayonet as well?
Yes, it was a bayonet. Yeah, it goes on the end of the rifle. And standard canteen. And also, this pouch is for magazines for the Thompson machine gun. 45 caliber Thompson gun.
The Tommy.
Yeah, the Tommy gun. That's right. Yep.
We're looking at some hats over here about the USSR and some Australian or...
Oh, this is a Russian one?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
My
I'm
dad has
just
one.
looking around them.
Every single country has their own type of replicate uniform, and every single one is interesting.
Yeah.
But you always got to choose your favourite.
Yeah, that's right. And I've also got Australian kit as well. Yeah.
It's nice to talk to you today.
So what's your particular area of interest here today at the Dookie Military Vehicle Rally?
Lighthorse.
And can you tell me a little bit about the uniform that you're wearing today?
It's a World War I Lighthorse uniform.
Yep, okay.
It's from the 20th Lighthorse.
Okay.
From Shepparton.
Do the security, mounted security. We're the only company in Victoria that do that, and we do all different events across Victoria.
Okay. And what sort of events do you do?
We do everything from outdoor events, large events. We do funerals, we do wakes. We also do escort services, car park security. Everything where virtually what the mounted police do, we do.
Yeah.
So yeah.
He's a bit feisty.
Oh, he just wants grass.
Okay.
It's a bit of a trick if slope. But yeah.
Okay. Thanks very much.
No worries. Thank you. Thanks.